Welcome to The Cameron Show. I'm your friend Cameron Tyler, and I am so happy you're here today. We're coming to you from Dude IDK Studios for a special birthday episode today. If I'm going to have an episode on my birthday, you can bet your ass I'm going to ask my friend and fellow Leo, Lindsey Benton, to join me. Welcome, Lindsey.
Thank you so much. I feel like a proud mom right now.
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of you. That was such a good intro.
Well, I'm all out of proud moms, so I'll take it. I will take it.
I'm here for that.
Our birthdays are very close together.
Yep.
Your birthday is?
July 29th.
And mine is July 28th. So today is my birthday. Tomorrow's Lindsey's birthday. We decided, why wouldn't we have a little birthday party on The Cameron Show?
And here we are.
And Lindsey brought some birthday hats and some birthday trinkets for us to celebrate. We love it. And in honor of our birthdays, we're going to be asking each other stuff. I have questions for Lindsey. Lindsey has questions for me. But before we start all of the birthday celebrating, and it's my 35th birthday, and you're
44th.
You're 44th.
No, I feel like with
birthday.
age comes wisdom. So I'm 44th. It'll be
Yeah,
my 44th.
40 Oh my God, angel
Mañana.
numbers. Isn't that?
I don't know.
4?
Is it?
4. I think it's lucky.
I can't keep track of all the numbers I'm supposed to know.
You stay lucky.
I'm lucky. Mm-hmm.
How would you introduce yourself to our friends at home in 10 words or less?
I know. I've listened to this on your podcast and I still wasn't prepared for this question.
Ow.
Because I've never done anything in so few words.
I know.
So that is
I know.
tough
You're a
for both
talker
of
like
us.
me.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. I would say that I am, oh my gosh, a justice-driven, badass bitch who loves to laugh.
Oh my God, that's
Did
great.
I do it?
Yeah, that's so great. A justice-driven, badass bitch who likes to laugh. And honestly, that was some like alliterations going on. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Like that sounded very aesthetically pleasing.
Thank you.
A
I do have
justice-driven,
badass bitch I'd
who
like
loves
to replace
laugh.
with baddie because I like that term.
Oh,
just
I
like
love
straight up baddie.
Yeah.
But it just came out as badass bitch. So I think I would say baddie, but then that gives me more words. So we'll figure it out. And baddie and also baddie like crazy.
And also the baddie. That is, yes. That is what your book should be called one day. The baddie.
The baddie.
How to thrive and stay zany. Okay, this I also have to ask is if you close your eyes, what's the color of the aura in the room right now?
It's so hard because the lights, so it's yellow.
Okay.
But when I was sitting here earlier, I was feeling purple, but I think that's because of the background,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we
never
have a
good about this. My
special-
therapist sometimes is like, what colors do you see? And I'm like, bitch, I don't see any colors.
So you don't feel things in colors?
I don't.
Some people do.
Yeah.
Do you feel things in other, like when you have emotions that are big, if it's not a color that you start feeling, is it something else or just like the feeling?
No, I think that I'm like, it's just very visceral for me. Everything is.
Everything's visceral.
Like I feel it always like, and I mean, I'm an Enneagram 8. So like, I think that part of that is like.
Wait, what's the 8? I'm a 3.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've discussed it.
I know you're a 3.
But what's
also everything about you is a 3.
I know. Yeah, here you are on the Cameron Show.
And you just want somebody to tell you you're doing enough.
Somebody
and that's
tell
why
me
I'm here to
doing
tell you
enough.
that.
Yeah.
This is
People
an
normally tell me
intervention.
I'm doing too much, but that's fine.
No, just enough.
As long as I'm
enough.
doing enough.
I'm an 8. We're the challenger.
Oh.
I like to be in control.
And you love to challenge.
Shocker, yes.
You challenge
Justice
yourself
Driver.
and you challenge others, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is that you're such an advocate.
Mm.
So one thing about you is you are a business baddie.
Mm.
You run Live Laugh Denver.
Yeah.
And that is
Evolved as of January 1st to Live Laugh Colorado after 10 years as operating
Oh
as
my
Live Laugh Denver Real Estate Group.
God.
No, it was good.
Live
I got to do a
Laugh
great
Colorado.
Live Laugh Colorado Real Estate Group now.
That's a great reminder, yeah, because it's expanded.
Because I don't leave Denver much. It's very rare for me
No, and
to.
I'm so used to that logo. Is it still the logo
Same
with the
logo.
Denver skyline?
100%.
Because I always think of Live Laugh, and then I see that Denver skyline,
Yes.
which includes my favorite thing, which is the cash register building.
Correct. It has to, right?
That's Denver.
So we still have the same skyline. One of the things that we talked about, I mean, are we going to talk about branding real quick?
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
I love
So-
branding.
Live Laugh Denver turned 10 Yeah, last year.
Oh my God.
It turned 10.
Congrats.
She celebrated her 10th anniversary or 10th birthday in July of 2025. And so at that time I was like, okay, she's grown up. She's like a full like young adult now, you know? And the truth is we serve, like, even though I am very focused in Denver proper and that skyline is my backyard, right? The mountains with City Park, but it's also like the skyline everyone loves.
Yes.
We serve clients from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. My team does. And then additionally, I have relationships all like in all of the counties of Colorado.
That's true.
So ultimately, it just made sense for her to grow up that way, to grow up accordingly. So now she's Live Laugh Colorado. She did a little name change.
She's a real estate empress.
She's an empress.
I love that.
She's the OG because, you know, now we have Live Laugh Montana and Live Laugh Illinois also.
Oh my God.
Brand license partners. So they're owned by others and they use the brand.
That's amazing.
So that's the second business. Yeah. So we have Live Laugh Colorado is the real estate brokerage. And well, I'm glad we're pitching now. So anyways, it's the
I love that. Well,
it's a collective of client first agents who come together to form a community first brokerage.
Yeah.
And then Live Laugh Real Estate is the brand licensing company, and it's a collective of like-minded brokerages, all independently owned and operated, and woman owned at this time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what I love about the way that you run at least Colorado.
Yeah, and I don't run the others, which is awesome.
Well, that you run Colorado specifically is you're very like community involved.
Mm-hmm.
I love that about you, but that's the way you are in your life. Like you're always thinking of like, how can this be helpful to other people? I'm really, as far as the business, what I'm thinking of is your involvement with Project ICU. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Project ICU. The Shared Power Initiative.
Yes.
Yep.
Like you do a lot of community work and you're very much, again, in your personal life, you are like the justice driven girly, like not only when it comes to business, but like you're always thinking about equity for people, even like whether it's your business or the content that you're posting on socials, you're thinking about like, what do people need to know? That's what I love about you. You challenge people,
really
but not in like an aggressive way, sometimes aggressively, but it's always to make them better, which is how I feel with you.
Yeah.
I feel like you challenge me to be better, which not many people can do. I'm big and you're sometimes bigger, which is crazy because I am someone that I find it very hard to be challenged by people.
Yeah.
But you are one of the few people who has. It is because we're both Leos.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how we met.
Oh God, let's do.
We met.
Well, then I feel like we could talk about how we've evolved too, right?
Well,
As
yeah.
our friendship. But
Because
when
we met,
let's talk about it.
We met.
It was so special.
Probably like 2022.
It was love at first sight.
It was love at first sight.
Love at first sight. It was 2022.
Yeah, I think Drew introduced us because Drew knew you already.
He knew Tracy. You and I locked eyes across Ephemeral.
Oh my God.
And I just looked at you and I was like, I love him and I need to know him.
I was like, who are you?
And like we did, like I just remember being
we
like,
did lock eyes.
It was like magnetic.
And then we found out we were both Leos.
Clearly not sexual. Like I think we both.
No, but we were like,
I knew. I was like,
oh my
this
God.
man likes what I like. We both are cursed with loving dick.
Well, then we had a mutual friend, Ez.
Oh, that's right. Ezra.
Because
yes.
we connected on socials. I was like, oh my God, how do you know Ezra?
Uh-huh.
Which I love.
He was on my team for a while.
And then
He
also
got dragged away by this other guy.
Dragged away.
I know.
And then you lived right by Ephemeral. You still do.
Yeah.
And so you knew.
My God, yes, and Drew and you would FaceTime me sometimes.
Drew and I used to go to Ephemeral all the time. Yeah, so we were there hanging out. We love Tracy, who's also on your team, but she works at Ephemeral.
Yeah, Tracy's like one of my closest friends who I happen to get to do business with, which is like such an honor of a lifetime.
Yeah.
To get to, because we're so opposite in so many ways, but share a lot of core values, right?
Yeah.
But then she pours beers at Ephemeral because she missed the restaurant industry. Like she missed interacting with the general public.
And she's good at it.
She's so good. She's so good. So yeah, Drew and Tracy were our connectors. But I just remember feeling and I was also drunk, so who knows what I was feeling.
Yeah, we were both
drinking. We were both
drinking a lot.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah, I had just. It was 2022. I don't remember. Would you remember when we met? Like what month?
I don't remember what month it was, but I know it was 2022 because I was not sober.
So I had either like just filed or was getting ready to file for divorce.
I think you were in the process of it already.
Filing.
Yeah.
So when I didn't have my son, I like didn't quite know what to do with myself. So I would go to Ephemeral and drink.
Yeah. And thank God.
And then that's how we met.
Because then we talked, our birthdays were one day away from each
Uh-huh.
other's. And we're like, oh my God, of course we're Leos. And I swear to God, since that day, I have just always viewed you as like a big sister
Mhm.
who I really, really, really respect. And
You're so
I
nice.
think you're so brilliant. I think like your networking is impressive. It's very hard to impress me, I will say. I've said this before. I don't find a lot of people to be impressive. I find you to be
I need to have the
impressive.
man I date watch this so he can
And
start re-articulating all this
I
to
know
me.
he says very nice things to you. He's very sweet.
He's very sweet.
I love him. But you are just like an actually stellar person that I'm like, I want to be more like her. That rarely happens to
Yeah.
me. And that sounds really conceited, but it's because not a lot of people are brave enough to be big, like in
Yeah.
life. And like to me, that's
Yeah.
very important. And to you, I don't even know. Is it important or do you just do it?
Well, what's interesting is that we didn't meet until I was ready to get my big back.
True.
Which sounds like big back, which
I
is
know.
probably also true.
I had to think about that for a
My
second.
ass, it's always been big. I dimmed myself for my entire marriage.
And I can't even
and my entire
imagine.
relationship. Yeah. And so that is, all the therapy, whatever. But I was like, I just was like, I can't wait to find myself again. And like, that was what I was figuring out.
Yeah.
So I think that the Lindsey you've gotten to know is more like the Lindsey I started life as.
That's
And
so
then she got
interesting.
dulled for a while. And so, I mean, I remember I would get criticized for my laugh and like how loud it is, right? For instance. And now it's like, I remember when I just started laughing again. And honestly, this is not just because we're at Dude IDK, but like a lot of it came from me going to like comedy shows at Dude IDK all the time.
Yeah.
Because I really struggled with being alone when I had my son. So I would just I would work late and I'd go to Dude IDK and
and
I'd
the
laugh.
old studio was also right by your
It was
house.
right by my
That's
house,
important to note.
And I would have my big laughs. And like comedians like that.
Yeah.
Because then they know there gets feedback.
Oh, they
right?
love you.
And so it just started like I just came back into myself.
Yes.
So I think
that's so
and
crazy.
so because of that, like I'm so committed to showing up in my full self.
So really, you
So I wasn't always
got dropped
that
into
way.
my life at just the right time.
Uh-huh.
I needed an inspiration, and she was becoming an inspiration all over again.
Totally. And I think though what you're saying, what I'm hearing is that we do mirror work for each other, right?
I think
in different
so.
parts of our lives,
Yeah.
good and bad, right? Some people do the mirror work and you see, oh shoot, like that is like how all of a sudden I'm not going to swear. Oh shoot.
Oh,
Oh
shoot.
shucks. Oh golly darn it. Other people may show you like things that you need to work on with yourself. And I think you and I, and why we do have so much fun together and why we've stayed connected the way we have and grown that connection is because we mirror work the good stuff.
I do agree with that.
I agree. I mean, because everything you're saying to me that you see about me, I see about you.
Oh my God. And I know.
And not all Leos get along like that.
No, but I do think that it's really helpful that we do that kind of mirror work dynamic. And also, I felt comfortable with you from the first time that we hung out. And I knew it's also very rare because I am not somebody who likes to ask for help. But what I was thinking about today when I was getting ready, I was like, it's so interesting because Lindsay's one person I am not afraid to ask for help. Like, I remember there have been multiple times where I'm like, oh my God, we need to go to dinner. And I'm asking you for advice, especially as it pertains to like setting boundaries with people and stuff like that.
We've had a lot of parallels, haven't we?
A lot of parallels. And, I've always, that's another thing that's really rare for me. I rarely go to people for advice because usually I'm just like, I know better than everybody.
But also we've been taught.
We've been taught.
When we ask for advice, it gets weaponized against us, or ask for help, it gets weaponized against us. Henceforth, the hyper-independence.
And I knew from the beginning you would never do that. And I also knew from the beginning, probably because we're so similar, but in some ways obviously age, but in a lot of ways of like, you've been married.
Botox?
I don't. I did. I Botoxed once.
Well,
and it wasn't for me.
I would guess that people think we look similar. You have a young face though, so fuck off. You
no,
know what I mean?
I literally, I thought we were the same age for a long time. But what I'm saying is, You
But yes, I have wisdom.
Yes, you're older than me, so you have wisdom because of that, but also just in other ways.
Pause. I tried to give you brows and I couldn't because the Botox.
I was going to say, was there supposed to be like a...
They were supposed to be like, it was like, so it was this. Ooh.
She's frozen solid.
Not
If you
even
can't
bad
see her
anymore.
right now.
It helps my migraines. Okay, keep going.
But like you've just had different life experiences than I have, but that's like a really good thing for someone who's really similar to me but has had different experiences. Because I'm like, well, we're so similar that I trust her because I see myself in her. And so
For
I really
sure.
appreciate that. But I'm curious. First of all, I find it so interesting that you say when I met you, you were getting your big back because I just can't even imagine your shine being diminished.
It was really sad.
That's so
It's
interesting
wild.
to
You know, I was
me.
looking back at photos from when my son was like 1. He's 9 now, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2. And I was looking at them with him and he's like, Mom, why do your eyes look that way? There was like a deep sadness.
That's crazy.
It's wild. And he's like, is it makeup? And I was like, yeah, it must be makeup. And in my head, I'm like, I was severely depressed. Like, you know, like I was so, by the time I met you, and I even think like Nick and like, we were, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Dude IDK, all of that. Like it was, the minute it was 7 months, 8 months before I filed for divorce that I was like, I was getting ready to turn 40. And I was like, I can't do my next 40 years the way I've done the last 10.
Wow.
Because I missed myself a lot. Like I missed the girl who knew and who wasn't afraid to take up space and hadn't let everyone else's opinions of her make her shrink.
Oh, I love that you said that, specifically using the word girl, because something I've been thinking about recently is it's so interesting. And especially I'm thinking about it today because it's birthday.
Yep, 100%.
It's so interesting how I think the key to getting older, so much of it is returning to who you were before adulthood really beat the shit out of you.
Yes.
So when you say like letting that girl come out, I feel that way. Doing the show, doing the live show, trying drag out, doing all these things that I find help me become a better adult are all really just embracing that inner child. Is so cliche
100%.
to say, but that younger, more
well, your true self.
unapologetically authentic me. But I think that we have both in the last 4 years done that so much, and I love what a parallel it is.
Yeah. No, it's true. And we've cut out relationships.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I talk about a divorce. That's an obvious one. But like other relationships were like, and I haven't even had falling outs always.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's just not, things evolve and I'm not necessarily investing in them similarly. Learning who you can trust.
Totally.
Is super big because you also are trusting yourself. So, I mean, I am almost a decade ahead of you on this whole journey, right? However, your wisdom, I think, is ahead of your age. And I think a lot of that comes from you finding sobriety.
Oh, totally.
Dropping the booze, right?
It brought a lot of clarity into my life.
A lot of clarity. Well, and it allows you, like, that shit numbs you.
Well, and
so
that was the point. That's what I wanted it to do, and it did. For sure it did.
100%. We all did. Right? I mean, I was overusing alcohol. I haven't, unlike you, I'm back to having a drink here and there. After taking a full year off. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the full year.
But you still barely drink.
Oh, I barely drink. I mean, can you imagine? Like, I have too much to do. But occasionally.
Yeah.
But decentering alcohol, I actually started doing in 2020. And the problem was it got the best of me again during the divorce when I was so lonely without my son.
Totally.
And so I had amped it back up. And then that's when it was like, okay, we just need to take a break. But regardless, when you take that substance out of your life that you've relied on so much, codependence, right? So much as a part of your personality.
Oh, yeah.
And as a social lubricant and all of these things.
Oh, that was the biggest part to me.
Yeah.
Because you know what the crazy thing? Talking about losing yourself and coming back to yourself, that was probably the biggest thing, actually, that I've only been recently thinking about is that I had become so dependent on alcohol as a social lubricant in every kind of relationship that I have in my life. That part of what I had to do when there was no more alcohol allowed for me by myself, I had to learn how to become that younger version of me that
Mhm.
was not afraid to have conversations with people
Mhm.
and not so like ashamed of something about me that I was using alcohol to numb.
Totally.
But it was that part for me. It was the social lubricant part.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people find that surprising. But I had horrible social anxiety for so much of my 20s. But the only way, ironically, to beat it was to stop
Mhm.
and make myself go on the ledge. And
Totally.
now I'm great.
I
Like,
know. I
that
mean, I
helped
have way
me.
more fun now
I do too.
than I did when I was drinking, which is so funny, right?
Isn't
And
that
it's
crazy?
wild. It's wild
Yeah,
because I thought it was such a core part of it.
I know.
I mean, you and I could talk for days about alcohol's role in our society.
And we
don't-
have.
And we have. Okay. We sure fucking have. I don't know that we've even given it that much. We talk about it more in like addiction in general and how
We've
it's
had a lot of conversations
around
about
that.
addiction. But yeah,
and
that's
our own
another thing.
understanding of our codependence. I
Yeah.
was super codependent on work,
Yeah.
my career, right? And so I've had
Mhm.
to. That was my addiction. The nice thing about my addiction is it built a rental portfolio.
Yeah, I was gonna say it served you pretty well.
I know.
It all turned out okay.
That was my favorite when it was like, well, how am I? My co-parent said to me, well, how am I supposed to know you're not? This was, a long time ago. That's the one rule. I don't name him, right? Okay. He's like, well, how do I know that you're going to be on vacation with Benton and you're not gonna be too wrapped up in work that something's gonna happen to him? And I was like, that's your concern?
Really? That's your
Yeah,
biggest
okay.
concern?
Yeah, okay.
No, we both
I'm like,
have
what about your vacations you take on that money I made from working so much?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, but I'm like,
or the
like,
mental
yeah,
vacations you take.
or the years off of
Yeah,
ever having to do anything.
exactly.
So anyways, yeah.
No.
Okay.
We've both
There's a lot of resentments. We could
Yeah.
a different podcast.
But different podcasts. Well, it's interesting because a lot of people do think like, oh, well, if you've healed, that means that you've let go of all your
Yeah.
resentment and you have no, you don't ever think about it in a bad way and you've reframed everything. And it's like, yeah, for the most part, but
Yeah.
part of healing is actually, I think, just accepting that some
Yep.
things, it's like, ooh, this, I keep it on the shelf because I can't get rid of it. And it's ugly, but I have now found a way to decorate around it
Yeah.
and accept that it's just there.
Yeah. It's that whole
Um,
like forgive but not forget, right?
Exactly. And we both learned from it. We've both lived
Yep. This was
through
me
a
having the
lot.
waves of it.
Yeah.
It comes in waves, and this is not even. It's not specific to one relationship. It's just a reality. I have it with people who've wronged me at my company.
Totally.
I have waves of like, fuck them.
Oh,
Like I trusted them. I trusted them with some of my clients. I trusted them with my business. I trusted them with my brand. Our brand. It was theirs, too. And the level and depth of betrayal is like, it's hard. And I mentioned the justice driver. It's one of my leading, and
yeah.
it's something I've done a ton of professional coaching and therapy around. It's a tough one.
But that's the thing is like, it's still normal to be angry
Yeah.
sometimes.
Or to feel it, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what my therapist and I always talk about is like the goal is to be able to feel it and process it, not to not feel it.
Yeah. And my whole thing is what I find hard to let go of and have just accepted it's part of me is being petty.
Well,
I think that being petty, you can be
you
healthy
can just
and
call
still
it
be
funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It's being funny, not being petty. No,
Yeah.
sometimes it is pettiness for sure. But
I
you know
know.
what? I've accepted
But petty's
that's part of
funny.
who I am.
Funny umbrella, petty's under it.
Petty's under it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes it's just what helps you get through the day.
Remind me to tell you something after this.
Oh.
Show you something after this.
We'll put that on ice.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I'm so interested now that we've kind of delved into who we are, how we know each other.
Mhm.
You brought questions,
Sure did.
which this never happens. But when we talked about you coming on the show, we decided
I've
you
never
were
done anything
gonna,
half-ass,
yeah,
except for our podcast.
you were gonna
episode.
ask me questions because once upon a time you were gonna have a podcast. I came in,
know.
I filmed with you
I
as one of
know.
your guests,
Lost
and
tapes.
the podcast never came out. They're lost tapes.
They're lost tapes. They're on the cutting room floor.
Well, I'm gonna find
Someday,
that.
VH1. Are they
And
still
then
in
I'm going to
business?
release it as a special episode of the Cameron
I would
Show.
love to.
The unreleased Lindsey Benton, Cameron Tyler collab from 2024.
Was that when it was?
I think it was around the time the memoir came out.
It was absolutely around the time the memoir came out.
Yeah.
I hadn't read it yet.
So like
You were
2
like,
years
"Thanks."
ago. Yeah, thanks a lot. No, 2 years ago we did film for your podcast, but now that's lost.
I know I was trying to do a podcast And then I feel like I really recommitted to like, let's do less things, but do them really well. And I
love that.
I couldn't do the pod, but then I'm not really doing less things or doing any of it really
No,
well.
you do everything well.
You know what I mean, though.
Please. Yeah.
There's
no, I
always a
know.
lot of irons in the fire, but we're creatives too,
It
in our
drives
own
us.
ways.
It does.
Well, I've got a question about drive.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I haven't seen none of these questions. So for the
And
next.
he couldn't read them if he did.
No, for the next
Chicken
15, 20
scratching.
minutes, this is the Lindsey Benton show.
I grew up
and
at a
I'm the
time when they
guest.
taught us cursive.
I love that.
Same sign, different decade.
Yeah.
So 91 to 82.
Yep.
Big change.
Yeah.
What is the most Leo thing about you? And what is the least Leo thing about you? So with this being your birthday episode, I wanted to kind of lean into our astrology of it all.
I love that.
So you'll see that as a part of this arc of questioning. But we're starting with what's the most Leo and least Leo thing about you?
You know, I think something that will surprise people is that when I say I'm a Leo, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, he's a Leo. He's big and he's loud and he doesn't shut the fuck up. And he's like, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Look at me.
But part of being a Leo, and you'll know this, is a defining trait of a Leo is loyalty. And the thing about me is I will be so loyal to you until you completely fuck me over.
And
then I am done. It is
you're
crazy
dead.
to me.
I will forget you exist.
Well, exactly.
Yep.
And, this has happened in the recent years, and we've had to have discussions about it where I'm like, I will go to great lengths.
Yep.
And, we'll do the pattern of not naming people, even though I think my longtime listeners will know exactly what I'm talking about. But we've had conversations about a relationship that I was in with an addict that I was willing to do everything. I went to Al-Anon meetings. I tried to learn about addiction. I tried to learn about how I could be encouraging and how, going through how I can be less shaming to help this person. And I was so loyal to that. Until the point where it was like, all right, if I continue, I'm officially going, I know it's going to break me. And I had to let this relationship in every facet and form go. But I think a lot of people don't see that because a lot of people have seen, like, in my life, people come and go and there's no like malice about it. Like, it's just, I keep moving. And so I don't think a lot of people know that I actually am a very loyal person. And that, for me, it like, as it affects it affects my day-to-day life the most.
Yeah.
But it's probably the
Your
least
loyalty.
seen.
Interesting.
Now, my creativity, I think, is the part people see that seems the most prominent. And
Right.
don't get me wrong, could not live without it. It is
And
also
feels like
part
it's
of,
like the big part of you.
Yeah.
When the loyalty is just as big, if not bigger.
The loyalty is just as big. But the least Leo quality, I really struggle because what's a Leo is like a showman. They're loyal. They are creative. What are the top 10?
Well, I told you.
Because I'm like, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a Leo trait that I don't think I have. And ironically, out of the top of my head, if I had to guess one that's the least like me, it's probably confidence because I'm faking it a lot of the time. And I'm a very big believer.
Does it look like I'm reading emails right now? Because I'm not.
No. You're looking up traits of a Leo.
I am looking at our connection in the pattern.
Oh, yeah. You have the app that shows our...
Yeah, I sure do. I do the paid version because I am back in touch with my hippie self.
She's into it.
She's a moon goddess.
Okay, good, because I want you to answer this question,
Can I segue to a quick Cynthia story? My mother.
Oh, yeah.
Who's so loving and very proud of me, and therefore she's also very proud of you, and I want you to know that.
Oh, I love that.
Cynthia.
Thanks, Cynthia.
So she says to me when I come to Denver, we got tattoos for my older sister's 40th, so 5 years ago. It's almost 6 years ago. We all got matching tattoos. And so she said, next time I'm in Denver, this was recently, next time I'm in Denver, I want to get a tattoo again. I said, okay. And I said, well, did you talk to Dad about it? Because I don't want to be the bad influence. And she said, yeah, I told your dad, my body, my choice. And I said, okay, well, that's not what that's used for, but okay.
You know.
And I said, well, what are you going to get? And she said, well, Cynthia means moon goddess. And so I want to get a little crescent moon tattoo here. I said, Cynthia, in the 43 years of my life, never once have I heard you say that Cynthia means moon goddess, right? So anyways.
Interesting.
So I'm like, I'm just my mother's daughter. Apparently, we're going to be moon goddesses together. But then that's when I got my peace symbol.
Well, it's so interesting because
Jake
Leo
says
is the sun.
Sun.
And she's the moon.
I know.
You're the sun and
It's
the
the
moon.
sun, but it's also our sun sign.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to that.
Our sun sign is the sun.
Worshiping the moons, all the moons. Yes, so the pattern. Our sun sign is Leo.
Yeah.
But that's the only of our chart we have in common. Which is
so
interesting. And then I have Leo. Leo shows up for me again in Mercury. And this is where I'm not that great, but I'm just going to real quick read our quick snapshot.
Okay.
You and Cameron have a pattern of feeling inadequate and being hard on yourselves. You both might feel like you're not enough.
Which
and
is
it's
so funny.
True.
It's so true, and it even goes to our Enneagrams.
Yes.
Like me being a 3 and you
Achiever,
being an 8.
Yep. You have a tendency to second guess yourselves and doubt your own abilities. This is exactly what you said.
This is exactly what I just said. I fake a lot of confidence.
And then we stay. This is why you end up with like.
But the thing is, once you have to commit to the bit. That's the thing.
And then you will do anything.
And then you'll do anything
to make it happen.
And you have
including
to
chronic migraines. What's yours? Like raise your hand.
Oh my God. Yeah. It is so funny how it sometimes shows up in your body. It's stressful sometimes.
We feel compelled to prove ourselves.
Oh, all the time.
Well, everyone has certain defense mechanisms. You and Cam might shut down or feel blocked more often than others. It could seem like he recognizes your practical side, like he's a maturing influence on you, but at the same time, he might trigger your feelings of inadequacy. You've never done that.
Okay, good.
Because we're healed.
Well, yeah.
In healing. Always healing?
Yeah. Perpetual, in perpetuity.
Do you like that I'm also like fighting the urge to really pull it out there because I'm 44? Or set tomorrow, I'm 44. It makes us want to show up for each other, return messages quickly and stay in touch. You're a solid and reliable friend who helps keep me on track. This is like what you were saying.
Yeah, and that's so funny.
And you did not know any of this, but it's like literally you're like, you inspire me. And I'm like, same.
Because I don't have that app. But I will say that's not surprising to me at all because one thing about us is we are both extremely busy individuals.
Yes.
Plans every single day, full calendars. But the funny thing is I've never felt like if I need you, I can't have you.
Totally.
I can't, like, I know anytime I'm like, I need to have dinner with Lindsey, I can have it in the next week.
There's also in our chart, like, evidence of us having known each other in a previous life, which makes sense. Like,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Right. So there's like an ease with that.
What is your most Leo quality?
I'm asking questions.
Oh, that was so dumb.
Oh my God. You just said, oh, did it turn you on? You just said, the way my kid does.
Your perfect child. Shout out to Benton.
He's the best.
I love him.
So
He's so
obsessed.
smart, smarter than me.
His math. My most Leo quality is my hair.
Oh, duh, the mane. What was I thinking?
Duh.
Yes, that's true. It's beautiful hair. She has beautiful hair if you can't see it because you're listening at home.
It's my defining factor or my defining whatever. It's my look.
I know. If someone couldn't look at you and know you're a Leo, I don't know what's wrong with them.
Right?
Okay, that's a good one. What's the next question?
Okay.
Come on, Barbara. Read it like Barbara Walters.
I don't know how to do that. I can't. I feel like I'd have a speech. Yeah.
Yeah, it would probably come out as offensive.
Okay. Do you think astrology describes your personality or do people grow into it? So this is a very chicken and egg thing question that I wanted you to think on a little bit. This is similar with like birth order. I mean, right? Is it nature? Is it nurture? Is it a combination?
I don't know about you, but I exhibited all the qualities before I knew I was a Leo.
Yeah.
I mean, when I realized I was a Leo, did I for sure be like, oh, this is because I'm a Leo? Yeah, but honestly, all those things were true about me before I knew that. Now, do I think they're true for everyone? No, because my cousin Zach.
Is he a Leo?
He's a Leo, and he's so quiet, but he is very creative.
When
and he's
is
very
his birthday?
loyal. August 22nd. So he's a late Leo.
He's
and
a
we're
Virgo
early
cusp.
Leo. Yeah. And we're like Cancer.
So my little
cusps.
sister, who is my bestie, she is August 21st.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, it doesn't matter. You say you're a Leo, but you're a Virgo. She's a Virgo.
See, and to me,
And so
he
that's
seems a lot more
interesting.
like a Virgo.
100%.
He's so calculating.
Should
and
we call the sun gods and be like, this is actually the cutoff?
We need to shift the dates a little bit.
Oh, we're
but
gonna
like,
get
we're for
shifty.
sure Leos. But like, are they?
Okay, so I have a Leo symbol tattooed on my hip.
Like
which
the
is
actual, like.
Correct, like the.
That gives me mixed feelings because I think the Leo symbol looks like a sperm.
No, it's like a hair. Or not hair.
Okay.
It's like a upside down U almost. We're not going to show you. Anyways,
Yeah.
It used to be on my hip. Now it's on my fupa. Thanks to aging and having a baby. And I was going to get it like lasered off. And then I was like, if I get a tummy tuck someday, they'll just cut that thing off. But anyways.
Oh, yeah, free.
Right?
Yeah.
Free.
Free.
All included.
All inclusive. Yeah.
Anyways, so the same little sister calls me. Do you remember when they tried to add a symbol?
I do. Well, and they tried to shift all the dates and
Correct.
everything. Yeah.
She calls me, can barely get it out. She's laughing so hard. And she says, whatever was going on, it was shifting me to a crab.
Oh,
which is
the Cancer.
Cancer,
which
right?
is before Leo.
She says, so now you're going to have to turn that Leo symbol on your hip
into a crab.
Into a crab that's crawling towards your vagine.
Oh, my God. And what we don't want down there is crabs.
100%. And it's not the 70s. So, like, we're not doing that anymore, right?
No.
Enough about that. But anyways.
Wow.
So, back to the original question of nature, nurture.
Did you do the same thing?
Leo.
Like, did you exhibit Leo qualities before you knew that you were a Leo?
Yes. But I'm also a middle child, which if you categorize middle children, it's very similar to how you like describe Leos, right? Needing a lot of attention. And my mom was big on birth order. And so I'm like, how much was, and she was a middle child.
I don't know that I ever knew your middle child.
Cynthia, the moon goddess, was a middle child. Yeah. My older sister is 20 months older than me, and my younger sister is 3 years younger than me. So not only am I a middle, I'm like purest middle because it's 3 same gender and within 5 years. 3 and 5.
Wow.
Yeah. Cynthia and Reg apparently couldn't keep their paws off each other.
Well,
dear Lord.
clearly. They were in love.
They were children. They had the hormones.
Are they still together?
They are.
That's beautiful.
It's
and rare.
Very rare. High school sweethearts.
Oh my God. Love that.
Everyone in my family. My little sister married her high school sweetheart.
Wow.
My older sister met her husband on the first day of college. I, on the other hand, needed to play the field.
And you know what? You got Benton out of it. Thank God.
That's right. I got tricked into marriage, but at least I got him out of it.
The prince of princes.
What I would like to... So ultimately, we decided there's probably some nature and nurture there.
I honestly... The crazy thing is, if you ask me, do you believe in it? I'd be like, no. But the crazy thing is, I'm like, but yes, it's true.
100%.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I say. I'm like, do I 100% believe in it? Of course not. And do I also totally believe in it? Yes.
There's something about it.
There is.
I don't think it would have come from nowhere. I think there's some truth to it.
And I love to blind test. You know who's like not into any of this? Jake. Clearly, he's an Enneagram 5. He has no interest in any of this.
What's a 5? What are they called?
The investigator.
Oh, of course he is. Well, he's very literal.
He's so literal, and it's really hot. That's very nice, actually.
Yeah.
But
that's like one of his best
this kind
traits.
of stuff, when I talk about like Pluto being in Aquarius for the next 18 years, he's like, do you even believe this? I was like, absolutely not.
No.
And also, yes.
Yeah. And also, I
gives me a little hope.
It is true.
So I like to blind test him, and I will send him, especially with Enneagram stuff, because he's like, whatever, people will read it and they'll see themselves in it. And so I like to blind test him, and I send him 2 with the number cropped out of it and say, which one's you, which one's me? And every time it's clear.
Well, Enneagram is literally a personality test based on, like, I don't think you can deny Enneagram.
I know, but you know those engineer types. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They just want to disprove it all.
Oh, skeptics. Let's talk about pools. So one of the things that we don't agree on that I just wanted to get out there is you say that Leos don't like pools.
That Leos don't like pools?
Yeah.
Like swimming pools?
You, me, and Alyssa talked about this.
I don't like swimming pools.
Correct. And I was like, all Leos love pools. And then you're like, no, they don't. We're cats.
Not all Leos. And maybe it's because I'm a cat. I do not like to be submerged in water.
It's so sad to me. And it's something that we'll just have to agree to
I am a
disagree
cat
on.
in that way. The funny thing is, I'm a dog person, not a cat person, but I am a cat.
You're
Like, I love dogs. If I could have
You're
a pet, I
such a
want a
cat.
dog, but I
But like
am
you're
a
snooty
cat.
and you're snarky and like
And don't come to me, I'll come to you.
100%, and clearly don't submerge you in water.
And don't put
Anyways,
me in
I just think that
water.
there's room for us to take a proper poll on if Leos like love pools
If you're
or
watching
don't.
this and you're a Leo, let us know.
Weigh in. We would like for you to weigh in.
We want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the least important question on my list and also the most important. So thank you.
Thank you. Very summary.
Yep. What failure in your life taught you the most thus far? You'll have more.
Yo. Oh, I will for sure have more. The failure that taught me the most. I mean, first of all, I will say I have definitely failed more than people think, which that's another thing that I think is a misconception, is that a lot of people only see the things that I have done that have gone well, but it's like, well, duh, I'm going to talk about the things
Yes.
that have gone well.
Correcto.
So a lot of people have said to me, and I used to actually find it kind of offensive, and now it just makes sense. But a lot of people used to be like, "Oh my God, I could never write a book, or I could never host my own podcast. Like,
Yep.
you must just have a lot of time on your hands." And I'm like, I'm not sure that I would say it that way.
Yeah.
But I think that now.
Okay, I have a sub question to this.
Okay, ask the sub
Do you feel
question.
like you also forget your failures? I feel like a lot of my like failures, I don't have prepared answers for these, and I'm not going to answer them because it's me asking you questions. But I feel like I definitely like part of my like Leoness is like, didn't matter. Moving on. Like
Yeah.
I kind of am like, learned, whatever, moving on.
I think that's exactly it.
And I turn it always into like a learning moment.
I think that's exactly what it is, because that's what I was going to say is like, you could do more than you think you can do, but what the difference between me and you is not that I can do it and you can't. The difference is that I will throw 100 things at the wall, and you see the 5 things that stuck. You don't see the 95 things sitting on the floor that I have to clean up later. That I'm okay chalking that up to a learning experience.
I know.
And so that's what used to drive me crazy, is people would say that. And I'm like, no, the difference is that I'm doing stuff and I'm failing constantly. And you're staying safe.
Because we'll take risks.
And I will take a risk. And I've had plenty of pie in the face moments. I have gone to dinner to cry to you about things that have not gone my way. It is true that things do not always come up, Cameron. But that's all sometimes people see. And so, like, what's the one failure that affected me the most? That's hard to say, because it is true. Like, I actually will move on from a failure pretty fast. And I learned very young, if you fail at something, don't ever let that define you. Learn from it and go move on.
I feel like the definition of failure has evolved so much.
I think it has, because even like when I was going through all this stuff with Alex when we like first broke up, I looked at that as a failure on my part, that I couldn't make it work, only to later learn like that was never meant to work. That was never going to work no matter what you did. And by the way, you making that work would not have been a success.
No.
So it's like, it's hard for me to say, because I've reframed what a failure is, like you just said. But like, if anything, I would say it was probably that failure that taught me the biggest lesson about codependence and, you know, trying to fix something that you shouldn't try to fix. Or
try to control things you can't control.
Or try to control, yes. I would say
it's hard when we know what's best for everyone around us.
My biggest failures is when I have let my need to control things ruin my day. So it's not even specific, but it's a failure that I inflicted on myself many times.
And fight to not inflict anymore.
And
like, that's a day-to-day one.
Yeah. It's really hard.
That's a really good answer.
Damn.
So
that was
the
deep.
question was, what failure taught you the most? And you ended up on the answer of, if I fail to let go of shit I should be letting go of, I learn a lesson from it every day. Right? Like,
and that's ruined more days than anything else in my life.
Okay, this is kind of on a similar note.
Okay.
What drives you when nobody else is watching? I think about you recording your book in your closet.
when no one else is watching.
What drives you?
That's an interesting question because I like to be watched.
I did homework.
But when no one's watching, no, okay, I don't even mean in that way.
No, I know. But also, like, I'm over here giving myself props, so Leo, and you being like, because I love being watched. And I'm like, look at me.
Yeah. We both want to be just looked at, okay?
So, when no one's watching, but if you could watch us both at all times, that'd be great.
We're life exhibitionists.
Correct.
But when nobody's watching, well, when I think of that, I think of like me home alone, and I am always the most motivated by two things. Number one, people that I feel connected to, like in history for some reason.
Oh, I love this answer. Okay.
I think about a lot about what people before my life especially went through that either led to me being able to live the life that I live now, and like how many people had to face hardships for me to be able to be as publicly gay as I am. But also, like, I think that in the last 4 or 5 years, I also mean that in the sense that, like, I think about everything that I felt that, you know, when you're heartbroken or when you're trying to do something that just like in your career isn't working out, and you think no one has ever worked this hard, no one has ever been this sad, no one has ever felt this crushed, no one has ever felt this dumb or ugly. And then I think like a lot of people who were experiencing these things before I even existed. And I love reading about, like, I honestly think that's why I have such a connection to, like, people ask, like, why are you so obsessed with the AIDS epidemic? But I think it's because it's proof that, like, shit was hard before I even got here.
Yep.
And also people like me were persevering and
through much harder shit.
Yeah, and they were still surviving, and they did that all for me. I mean, not me specifically, but that's the other thing that motivates me when I'm home alone.
We're standing on the shoulders of it.
Yes, and then I usually think a lot about, like, I think about the future and who's going to come after me. I think a lot about, like, people who are kids now, and I think about, like, God damn, I'm so glad that my clock started in 1991, and I fear for kids whose clock is starting now.
That's so interesting, Cam, because what you're saying is I'm grateful for the past that's made my life easier.
Yeah.
And I fear for those that are coming after me because that feels harder.
That feels harder. The future scares me more than the past does.
Yeah.
Like, if I could choose to go 50 years back or 50 years forward, I would choose to go 50 years back, believe it or not. But I'm so afraid of the future, and that is what pushes me to be like, one day, I hope someone will look back and be like, Cameron was so loud about A, B, and C, or like the memoir. I even think like I very specifically included things in the memoir, like when my cousin almost tricked me to going into a conversion therapy conference or protesting the God Hates Fags church.
Yes.
Because one day kids won't even know those things existed.
100%.
Thank God. But I want them to know that it did exist and there were people.
Well, because history continues to be rewritten.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, we see that. The stuff I didn't learn.
Yes.
Growing up.
So when no one's watching,
yeah,
I'm thinking about the people who came before me and the people who came after me, which is not very present.
No, but here's what it is. Here's the part you're missing from what I'm hearing.
What?
You're saying empathy on both sides and gratitude for your present.
I'm extremely grateful for
and so
present.
That's huge, right? So like the things that keep you going
that
is
true.
Empathy for the past and the future and gratitude for your presence.
Yeah. And I will say it's interesting because, as you may or may not know, Hunter Biden is having a renaissance now.
I've never been more turned on.
First of all, never been more turned on. I mean, he's
a pretty small group.
First of all, he is so hot, in my opinion. Hunter Biden, if you're watching this.
I know, if you're watching.
No.
You just point to your ring.
Oh, I would marry Hunter Biden. I think, first of all.
When he was like, I never didn't know where my drugs were.
Yeah, he's like,
yes!
I would have never forgotten my drugs at the White House, and I didn't do. meth, I did crack.
Yeah.
Like, I love him. But something that's really...
He's like, crack doesn't have a bulb. Meth does. Like, it was like, I think that's what he said. I don't know. I don't know enough about hard drugs, but...
Something about...
Okay, so Hunter, back to Hunter Biden.
Wait, why did I bring up Hunter? What were we
He's
just
having a
talking
moment
about?
on socials. We were talking about gratitude for now.
Oh, yes. We're talking about gratitude for now.
This is what everyone can see what it's like to go to dinner with us.
I know. Because
All
I'm like,
over.
now I started
we
thinking
find
about
it.
Hunter Biden.
Oh, God, do you need a moment?
And I lost my train of
Dear
thought.
Lord.
We were talking
I'm gonna
about...
have to work it out.
We
over
were
there.
talking about grateful for now.
Gratitude, empathy for the future,
Empathy
and the past.
for the future. I don't remember why I brought him up. I'll just say I love you, Hunter Biden. I really had a point.
Remember when his computer was the concern?
I really had a point that I was thinking of.
You're gonna come back to it once you stop thinking about it.
It's probably gonna come back to me at 2 a.m.
Oh, when he was talking about his nudes too.
Oh my God. He's like, first of all, everyone's done them.
I have not seen his nudes, so we'll have that grin.
I love Hunter Biden, and I think he's so hot. That's all I'm gonna say.
I need to see his member. So you can pull those up for me later.
I love Hunter Biden.
You're saved. They're saved. I know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I remembered it.
Okay.
I was reading a very long tweet by Hunter Biden the other day, and something that he said was that the only thing that... It was something along the lines of the only thing that got him into the place that he's in with his sobriety, because he's 7 years sober, which a lot of people don't give him credit for.
I didn't know it had been that long.
Yeah, he's 7 years sober, and part of what made that possible is that he made his life about service. I have found that my life is easier when I'm not focused on making it better for me.
100%.
And I think that is something that completely contributed to my sobriety, but also just to me having a happier, more grateful life. So, like, I like that you said that, like, oh, it just sounds like you're very grateful for the present. When you're thinking about how hard the past was and how hard the future might be. And, yeah.
I have a question on here about feeling grounded and what helps you feel grounded. I think you've already kind of covered it with the gratitude piece.
I think it is gratitude because not much else makes me feel grounded. I'm actually not a very grounded person, I don't feel like. I feel like, I guess it depends what you mean by grounded. I think of grounded as just like, my feet are on the ground. I can breathe in and breathe out. That rarely happens for me. I'm on the go all the time.
It's hard to take full breaths.
It's hard to take deep breaths, but it's also just like my mind is constantly
I don't have time.
going.
Like, I don't have time to take it all in and then let it all out with breaths. I remember the first time I went to a Reiki healer, they were like, you haven't exhaled since you got here. And I was like, oh, really? What's that? You know, it's like
physically, it's hard to take a deep breath.
Let's do it right now.
Because we're so...
Okay, take it all in and let it all out.
Wow.
But that's
one more question from you before we shift to Sip, Save, or Spill.
Yes. I was getting to my final.
Oh my God, great.
Well, I didn't get through all of them,
but I can't believe how fast it is. I just looked at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like we just sat down.
Okay, so I have two more, but they'll be fast. I'll give them to you at the same time. I know which two. I wrote so many good ones. What's going to make the next year? It's your birthday. What's going to make the next year?
Oh my God.
Wonderful for you. Wonderful. And then the final question will be, what's the advice you'd give your 25-year-old self?
25?
Yep.
Oh my God.
I wrote that when I still thought you were going to turn 33, which is funny.
That is
so
funny.
It is truly a decade. And I also feel like, okay, here's one thing while you think through that, because I know you can think and listen. I've read your memoir now twice.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Listened. I love listening to your voice. It makes me so happy. It's because I just feel like we're hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Same with the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I've also read Lucas with a K once. So I feel like I know every...
You know a lot.
Little crevice of yours.
Yeah. Literally. Just kidding.
You know?
Yeah. I paint a vivid picture.
So I'm like, I'm asking these questions to you, and also somehow I feel like I know you well enough, but I'm also curious what your answer is going to be, right? So yes. What advice would you have for your 25-year-old self? And we'll end with what's going to make the next year wonderful.
I don't know why.
Before we go to Sip,
the what's gonna make the next
Sabresville.
year wonderful made me like want to cry,
Oh,
but I don't know why. I'll answer the 25-year-old one first.
okay.
So the interesting
I'm like,
thing.
are you gonna cry now? 'Cause
No,
I
I'm not gonna cry now because I like caught it, but I was like,
Okay.
what's happening? I will say with the memoir, it's interesting that you say 25 because that's when the memoir ends. So I purposefully did that because when I wrote the memoir, I was 33. And I wanted to like be separated enough from everything in there. So it's been a long
Interesting.
time since
Yep.
I was 25, and that's the time that like everything percolated enough so that I could write a memoir. I think what I didn't know when I was 25 that I know now is that everything is gonna work out whether it's what you thought you wanted or not. You don't have to get what you want because what you want is not necessarily the best thing for you. And sometimes you just can't see what the best thing for you is because you don't even know it exists. It's so
Mm.
funny because I think now you have heard me talk about it so many times. My like greatest joy now is that I say I'm in my mom era. And when I was 25, Logan and Zach were not in my life. And now, without them in my life, it would seem so empty. And like I didn't even know them at
I'm in
25.
my mom era.
I'm in my mom era. I love being a mom, like saying I'm their mom and, you know,
Being a mom in your mid-30s.
being a mom in my mid-30s to two Gen Z
Yes, they
twinks.
need you. I
They
know, the
need me.
twinks. They're
And
like
I love
twins
when
with
they
their
need
twinks.
me, even when it's annoying.
Well, that's your codependence coming out, honey.
It is my codependence coming out.
Excuse
I
me.
love when
Tuck it in.
Logan's like, my car's broken down, drive me here. And I'm like, you're a pain in the ass. Okay.
I'm going to love you the way I wish my mom would have loved me.
Yeah, exactly. And she did for a long time. But I think that's the thing is that at 25, I didn't even know that could exist. That's just an example of I thought I knew what my whole life would look like in my career. And it doesn't really look, some things do, but some things don't. But I never could have even guessed.
Well, and right. I like to say too, like, I used to think I had to have the answers.
Oh.
And the freedom of knowing, like,
That
I
is
don't have to
another
know
thing.
any answers.
Doesn't it
Like,
feel
I get
good?
to find out.
I mean, I first learned that lesson at work, and it was because I got feedback from my mentor, and she said, it's okay to say, I don't know. And if it makes you feel better, say, I don't know, but I'll look into that. Like if you need to add that on, but it's honestly okay to just say, I don't have the answer to that. Because what I used to do, and it would get me into trouble, is I would be like, I have to answer their question. And I would say something, even if I wasn't 100% sure it was right, and be like, I hope that's right. And sometimes that ended in disaster. And that's when she had to tell me, like, you need to learn how to say, I don't know. And that translates to every other aspect of your life. And you'll be shocked at how much better you feel when you have given yourself the freedom to say, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't have to know. I have
And
to
what's going to
readjust.
make, readjust.
My 44-year-old knees.
Yeah. Get that carcass resituated.
Fuck off. Carcass. Are you hunting me? What the fuck does that mean?
I'm hunting you.
Oh, I bet you fucking wish you were.
I do.
I'd be a delicious meal.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And you have been. Just not for me.
He likes what I like.
What's going to make the next year
wonderful?
Wonderful.
I use that word on purpose.
Why?
I think wonder and joy are really closely connected.
I actually really appreciate that. I love the word wonderful and I love the word wondrous. What's going to make the next year wonderful is that I am going to keep an open mind. And I know myself. I know that I'm going to try something new. And I know that as it pertains to this podcast, Dude IDK is expanding.
Yes.
And that is great news for the Cameron show. Yes. And so I don't know what season 4 is going to look like, but I do know it's going to be better than ever.
We have a whole new studio audience that we can be twerking with.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot. And I think that in my 35th year, I want to be a person who says yes to things more than ever. And I'm going to keep working on trying not to control things because it's an eternal struggle.
It is. I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
and
hard.
also remember, every time you say hell yes, you're saying hell no to like 4 or 5 things.
True.
So I think that's part of like the saying yes to more
Yeah.
is prioritizing our yeses
That's true.
and either not answering or ignoring the others, But
Yeah.
the no, it's the
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's going
I
to
love
make it
that.
wonderful is having an open mind and an open heart. And an open, just kidding.
I was like,
that too. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm
No,
just
you're
kidding.
not.
I'm just
You're not
kidding. I'm just kidding.
You don't live by the convention center for
Well,
nothing.
get me Hunter Biden's number.
Is he by?
No.
Oh,
Well,
not yet.
no.
Maybe
No.
he hasn't acted on it. No, he's
His
straight.
whole thing is that he went down just like a crack spiral, and all those prostitutes were women.
Oh,
Sex
they were.
workers, I should say.
Yeah,
Prostitutes
sex
is a
workers.
nasty word.
Yeah.
All those sex workers were women.
Damn it. That was
I
your
know,
choice. That was
I
your chance
know.
too. Like if you were gonna
Not even any evidence of like a Rob Lowe MMF threesome. Like, Rob Lowe in the 80s had that
Nope.
threesome with another
Nope.
guy and a girl.
Nope.
I mean, it was just the two guys like being with the girl. Like he didn't do anything but I'm like, it was a threesome with two guys.
Yeah. I didn't know that Rob Lowe did that.
Yeah, in the 80s.
Oh, the
I
80s.
know.
The 80s were a wonderful time. It was before your time, but it was a wonderful
Yeah, I wasn't even
time.
alive when he did that, but
Yeah.
would have loved to have been there. All right. Let's go into Sip, Save, or Spill. Thank you so much for your questions.
Yeah,
I love
for
those.
sure.
It actually throws me off guard when people ask me questions like
Mm.
Michael did in the last finale because I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
But I like that you challenged me. Oh my God.
Full
That's
circle.
so full circle. But now we're going to challenge each other because
Okay.
you're going to select questions and we're both going to answer them. We can do them in whatever order you want. There's Sip, Save, or Spill in that order from shallowest to deepest.
Yep.
What order do you want to do?
Sip.
Start with Sip. That's this middle jar. Oh, there's a few to choose from. Let's see which one you pick.
Okay.
And the question is,
What's a part of yourself you're still working to fully accept?
I'd love to know this about you.
Am I going first?
Yeah. Why don't you? I'd love to know what you haven't fully accepted.
I think I've done so much work on accepting everything about myself. And like really in the last 4 years, it is funny. Our timing's really funny. So you've like I say this to Jake too. I'm like, you've only known me.
Isn't that crazy?
I've been, since I've been on this like other side of things.
When you get close to people and you're like, you didn't even know me when X or Y or Z. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when your own son tells you look really sad. What's the part of yourself you're still working to fully accept? I think that this goes along with failure. I have a tenacity about me that I will win at any cost. And that cost has never because of my like empathy for others and justice driver. It's always at the cost of myself. And I don't say that as a murder. I don't, you know what I mean? But
totally,
stuff that I'm working on with my therapist has a lot to do with when's enough.
Oh.
And so, yeah. So I think that pertains. I think that I've learned to be very type B as a mom and in my personal life. That was really important. I had to. I'm co-parenting in another household. Like you have to learn to let go. It has been really great for me to learn to let.
Exercise and relinquishing control.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct. And now my son has, for over a year now, had a very safe, stable other home. And so that has allowed me to really do the real work on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I strive to be type B now.
That's a good one.
And so, yeah. So I would say that is
accepting that that's a
accepting that I don't have to be perfect.
Yeah. That you could
Which
be
is hard.
type B.
We're achievement driven and achievement era and all the things.
So impressive because I don't know.
But I think part of that is like acknowledging and accepting failures.
That's true.
So this also feels a little bit full circle with that
very
question of like / top of mind, right? Reticular activator of it all. But yeah, I think accepting and acknowledging and embracing failure.
I love
versus,
that.
Yeah. So embracing failure and the failures. Someday I'll tell you about the time I didn't make the 7th grade basketball team.
What fools rejected you?
Okay, well, just tell it now.
Tell it now.
Real quick. Maybe I'll fully embrace. I guess it's time for me to fully embrace the fact that I tried out for 7th grade
There you
girls
go.
basketball. I think it was a turning point in my life. Not to be confused with Turning Point USA.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not
We
to
have
be
nothing
confused.
to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. We are not affiliated. But my dad, let me tell you how many people didn't make the girls basketball team in 7th grade. There was the one of us. Oh yeah.
Everyone made it but you.
Correct.
Why?
It's a tiny town, a tiny school. Like, how could they not just add my ass to the roster?
I know, like.
So my dad convinces me, Big Reginald, white man, but Reginald, he convinces me to be the manager of the basketball team. And I was maturing oddly. There was weight stuff happening. And so I was the manager of the girls basketball team when I didn't make it. It was fucking the worst.
Because you didn't make it?
Well, he convinced me, like, if you want to make the team next year, which I was like, do I? I guess I do.
Did you make it the next year?
No, I didn't try out. I was like, I don't even want to be involved in this.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? Keep it.
Anyways, but I was like, oh, this is what we do in our town. Like, this is what we get known for is sports involvement. So it derailed all of that. Yeah. And my older sister was only a year ahead of me in school, natural athlete. She was on the 8th grade. So it was like, I could do it with her. We were really close. We are really close. We were really close then. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
So that is a failure that really changed a lot in my life because I got made fun of a shit ton for that. I mean, we need to like find the picture.
The picture of?
Me as the manager. It's so I was wearing Cherokee jeans from
get me that
Kohl's.
picture.
Oh God, it was so embarrassing. Cam, it was so embarrassing.
Wow.
So, but now I play basketball all the time with my kid and I'm kind of good. So.
And now if you got rejected from
Mr.
a basketball
Sweatman's
team,
loss.
you would just accept it.
I know.
You'd be like, okay, great.
I know.
Isn't it funny, the things that seem like they're just life and death, and then
I don't
one
know
day you're like,
back to just me talking about my trauma.
Oh,
still working to fully accept. Yeah, that I didn't. A part of myself that I'm still working to fully accept was that I was not good enough to make a basketball team in 7th grade.
And one day, no, you've accepted that.
I know. The funny thing is, though, now when I play, like just pick up ball with Benton, I'm like, I'm good. Like, why didn't I make it? Like, I sometimes have those like those things are at the same time. But anyways, okay, you have to answer the same question without talking about your trauma in 7th grade.
I won't talk about my 7th grade basketball tryout trauma because there was none. I didn't do that in 7th grade.
I know. Well, you knew yourself sooner.
I knew myself sooner. I was in choir.
Yeah, super gay.
What am I still working to accept about myself? You know what the truth is, and I've been talking to my therapist about this, is that I'm still accepting that people could just love me, even if I don't produce something. Which is very Enneagram 3.
You're gonna make me cry.
I think like we've gone like in the past year, my therapist and I have done so much work because my biggest like revelation in the last 2 years is that I don't like the reason I'm a type 3 Enneagram is because I feel like I'm always trying to produce something and be an achiever because from a very young age, I thought, well, that's how people will love me.
Correct.
And like, if I don't achieve stuff, then nobody will notice me. And if no one notices me, nobody will love me. And it's so funny because you know about not just my ex-husband, but you know, the few romantic storylines that have occurred in the last couple of years. And part of what like was lingering in all of them is that I told my therapist, like, you know, especially the one that, you know, there was one that I hoped would work out and then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And part of what I had to discuss with my therapist after it didn't work out was that I actually felt a little bit relieved because I thought if it had worked out, it would have been a whole different crisis because I would never believe that someone really loved me anyway. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Do you still feel that?
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think I do, but it helps knowing that.
Yeah.
Because I think that, and I could go down a whole rabbit hole of why this is, but it's basically what we have discussed and what I think most recently is that there was just so much that my parents were dealing with when I was
Yeah.
younger that, when your parents are so too busy or too consumed with their own lives to give you what you need, then the only reasonable thing for you to feel is that you're not lovable. You're not worth the
Yeah.
time. When really it has nothing to do with what you're worth, but how much capacity they have.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of that carries into your adult life.
100%.
And
Having
I think
empathy for your parents to understand they were also adults who are trying to figure
1,000%.
it out is a level of wisdom that unlocks a level of happiness.
Well, yeah, and
Because then you're like, oh,
talk about things that you can still feel resent toward even as you're healing or healed is like, it's hard when you have baggage because of someone else's shortcomings,
mhm,
even if you empathize with why,
mhm.
because you're still having to clean up the mess sometimes
Oh
30
my
years
God,
later.
I'm so sick of cleaning up the messes. Yeah, that's
You
not
know what I
about
mean?
my parents, but yes.
So I think it's
No,
still something I'm
100%.
working on is I still, to be fully transparent and honest, I'm still in the process of accepting that somebody will eventually love me, and I will have to one day learn to accept that love without feeling like I'm fueling it with something that I'm creating or doing
Mhm.
or achieving.
Achieving. Uh-huh.
And to be honest, I'm
Yeah.
terrified of that. It's probably
Mhm.
part of the reason I don't date is because I won't even know how to exist in that dynamic. I really won't.
I think you're going to learn that in the next 10 years.
We'll see.
I think that's your next decade.
We'll see. And we'll see
I've
how.
learned it. It's fucking bizarre.
I know. And I've seen you go
you've seen
into it. And I will say that is
unconditional
one
love
thing
is
that.
bizarre to give or receive in a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's my first time doing that.
Yeah.
And it's bizarre and it is easy. It's oddly easy. It's extremely healing. And it is so good for my nervous system.
Yeah.
When I talk about that, like to never have visceral responses from the person who loves you.
Yeah. But I do think.
It's crazy.
Speaking, because this is another thing I think we really have in common. What you have found with Jake, I think a lot of those qualities are things that I will need. Like something
100%.
that I think was like very nice for me to see with you and Jake is that in the beginning, you were able to say like, stay this many feet away. And he was like, okay. And then when you're like, I'm moving this back a little bit. Now you can come this close. And he's like, okay. And like the fact that he is, I'm not going to say borderline autistic, but says what he means.
Yeah.
And it's very literal.
Filterless.
That is so important to people like us, I think.
Yes.
Because we had to spend so many years decoding emotionally manipulative or emotionally vague messages.
Mm-hmm.
That to me, one of the hottest things a guy can
Oh
be
my God.
is completely direct.
100%.
And it's a dying art in men.
It's a dying art.
In people in general.
Yes, 100%.
But
and it also, mirror work requires that you do the same.
I know.
And that is refreshing.
And that is refreshing.
And it makes your life easier. And that's what's healing for your nervous system.
Yeah, because I also can't imagine being able to do that with someone and them still loving me.
Oh my God, 100%.
Yeah. So I see what's happened.
That turned into Savor.
It turned into Spill. That was
Spill?
only the Savor question.
That was the Savor question.
We still have to do the Spill question. Okay. That was good though. You picked the Spill question.
Okay, is it over here?
Yeah.
And we'll end with Sip.
No, we've done Sip and Savor.
We haven't done Sip.
We started with Sip.
No, we didn't. I started in the middle.
No. You started with Sip. What was the question?
This is the only two I have.
We've only done one?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know. That's the problem. We got to wrap it.
Oh my God, sorry.
Wrap it up like a first date, would you? What does home mean to you and how might it be different from when you were younger? Well. As a real estate professional, this feels oddly on brand
so
for
funny
me
too, because that question
I did not write this.
No, that question's been asked this season, but I love how different you are from that guest. That guest was my friend Cam, aka Carmen, who put me in drag.
Okay.
And his home was, or his answer to that was very poignant, and it was about like his life and his childhood before his dad died, and like it was very touching. And I don't even remember what I answered for that, but I'm very curious to know what your answer to that is.
What does home mean to you and how might it be different from when you were younger? I think that for me, home means, our tagline that is trademarked and also very authentic to the business is everyone thrives when they feel at home.
Yeah.
So for me, home is a feeling. I sell houses, but home is a feeling, right? So for me, home should be where you can feel like your truest self.
I love that.
When I was younger, home felt restricting to me and like it was where I was controlled. Because there was very like roof over your head. I'm the one who puts the roof over your head. You're in our house. You're in, your roles. My dad and I, he would hate if I admitted that or if I called him one of my best friends, because that's not his job as my father.
Right.
I find him now, I'm recognizing now that in his 60s, he and I can have conversations where we both acknowledge flaws in ourselves.
Wow.
And honestly, this should be cut, because if Reg caught me talking about how he's admitted that he's wrong every once in a while, he would die. He would die.
Yeah.
But home to me felt so constrained and I think about high school self. I will tell you, my mom made our home just perfect and pristine and clean. And so it was a very controlled environment growing up. And for me, it's quite the opposite. It's where I dance. It's where when my kid's not there, I do run around naked a little bit, or you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
For me, home is a very different, it's where it's also when you're in a position like I'm in and well-connected like I am, like it's my safe place. It's my place where I'm like, so it's where I can recharge. So home's a feeling for me.
Oh my God, you and I are so the same person, because I didn't remember what I answered to that till you started saying it, and I said almost the same thing. Because I remember he gave this very emotional answer about like the family that he had growing up, and again, before his dad passed away.
Yep.
And I remember my answer now was, home is just where I can like be me, and like you'd be shocked how much I'm singing at my house and how I'm like
dancing,
walking around naked.
My bra's
I'm
never
dancing.
on at home.
And that is exactly what I said, actually.
That's so funny.
Oh, we're so the same. That is so funny. Wait, did we really not do a sip?
We didn't do a sip. I'm not lying about it. Jesus.
I don't know why. I just thought we did it already. I didn't know we started with savor.
There's 2 in here.
My memory is just...
Oh, what was your comfort movie as a kid?
This is a great thing to end on.
It's perfect.
Happy birthday. What was your favorite comfort movie as a kid?
Clueless.
Can I tell you?
Like how kid?
No, that's perfect.
Okay, Clueless.
I saw Clueless for the first time a year and a half ago. I cried. Here's the crazy thing. I wanted Alicia Silverstone and Paul Rudd to be together the whole movie. But I was like, that's her stepbrother. There is no way that this movie is going to let them be together at the end. And that scene at the fountains.
I'm absolutely, totally about crazy in love with Josh. When she realizes it, the fountains go up behind her and then they kiss at the fountain.
Where she has the realization.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, it's going to happen. And I was watching it with Logan and I started crying and he's like, hello, are you okay? I was like, I can't believe they're going to be together.
Well, it's a Shakespearean.
Is it?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I forget which one though. But the stepbrother, yeah. I forget which. I mean, obviously, I'm not like read on Shakespeare.
That. I knew 10 Things I Hate About You was Shakespearean. I didn't know Clueless.
Clueless is Shakespearean. And when she says the columns date back to the 1970s, I die every time. Oh, it was 96. 1, 2. That is when Paul Rudd became my number one.
Oh.
Watching that, I have personally been in love with Paul Rudd since Alicia Silverstone's character realized it. No, before that.
Since I was
I hope not sporadically. I love, rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. She's who says that.
Yeah.
My abs, they don't feel nothing like steel. I love the movie so much. But yeah, Paul Rudd still to this day is my number one. I love him always, forever.
And you know what? He gets better looking every year.
Every year.
He is America's sexiest man.
100%.
Besides Hunter Biden.
I will stick with Paul Rudd on that one.
I'll go with Hunter.
I will stick with Paul Rudd. Well, it's good. We'd hate to fight over the same man.
That's a great answer. I love that answer.
We have to figure out which Shakespearean. Do you know Shakespeare?
Some. Because I know that 10 Things I Hate About You was based on Taming of the Shrew.
Yep.
Which I was the guy in Taming of the Shrew in my 6th grade Shakespeare festival.
My favorite is Just How Gay You Are.
I know. So gay.
It's my favorite. I'm going to look that up while you answer.
Okay, because I don't want to say my normal answer, which is The Wizard of Oz, even though that is my Bible and my North Star. But I would say another movie that was my comfort movie.
I did not know that was your Bible and North Star.
The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It has everything.
Oh, not Shakespeare. Jane Austen's novel Emma.
Oh, well, I also did not know that. I
did not read that.
I did not know that Clueless had any kind of literary inspiration, but I love
all
that.
movies I prefer do. Just kidding.
I was like, okay,
yeah,
deep.
no, God, no.
So yeah.
Okay, so you're not gonna say Wizard of Oz.
Normally, I say Wizard of Oz for anything about a childhood movie because it is my number one. Like to this day, the book, the movie, The Wizard of Oz is my North Star. But
okay.
I will say a comfort movie from my childhood that to this day is a comfort movie is the old Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah, good one.
Because it just, it has songs and it has each kid just gets their self into trouble in different ways.
It fuels the justice driver. They get what they get. They get what they get.
They get what they get.
Right?
Augustus Gloop falling in the chocolate.
Veronica.
Oh, Veruca Salt.
Veruca, that's it.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Yes.
I mean, like all of them. And then at the end when Charlie gets the factory and they go off in that glass elevator.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yep.
And it's like Gene Wilder's a genius.
I know.
So I would say that.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Comfort movie.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday today.
Today. Yeah, we're even coming to you live on a Tuesday because it's my birthday.
That's right, live.
And happy birthday to Jackie Kennedy Onassis and the rapper Soulja Boy who share my birthday.
So yeah, I was listening to you talk about those two together is my favorite. Such Leos. We've always said that about Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy. I don't really know who has the same birthday as me. So.
Look it up.
You know what Benton says? Search it up, Mom. Search it up.
Search it up, Mom. Who has which celebrities were born on July 29th? There's gotta be. I mean, we have so many Leos that are iconic in the world. Obama's a Leo. Madonna's a Leo. I'm a Leo. You're a Leo. Do you have
there's
any
just
good?
Boring people listed that I don't know their names.
What?
Casey Affleck? Boring. It's just me. So
Honestly, that's kind of nice. Even though I love sharing.
Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Don't care.
Oh, well, he was on my hot football players list.
Oh, was he?
I believe so.
Not this picture.
Oh. All right, well.
So it's just mine.
Well, tomorrow is just Lindsay's birthday.
That's
so
right.
Everyone go wish Lindsay Benton a happy birthday.
It's also my parents' anniversary. I was born on their 4th anniversary.
Oh my God, and happy anniversary.
To Reg and Cynthia.
Big
Reg and the moon goddess.
What year is this for them? Do you know what year they were
What am
married?
I? I'm 40. If I'm turning 44, then they're 48 years.
48 years. Happy 48th anniversary, Cynthia and Reg. That's an amazing accomplishment, and we love to see it.
We sure do.
What would
No one values the institution of marriage as much as my father. We just had a discussion about this the other day.
Really?
Oh my God, yes. He just thinks everyone should be married and love each other, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, then good for you, Reg.
I know, we're proud of him. 48 years.
We should all be so lucky.
Or not. Sometimes marriages don't last. It's okay.
Exactly. Sometimes you're married to yourself, and that works out the best.
I know.
Lindsay, before we sign off, what would you like to say and leave with our guests at home for our birthday episode?
I think that the biggest gift we can give in our lives is a commitment to leave the world a little better than we found it.
That is great.
Well, there's times that are really hard right now for everyone. Truly. I mean, maybe economically I can exclude the top 5% or something from that, but it's a really hard time societally, right? And I think that the coolest thing is that when you start connecting with the people around you, you realize that we have far more in common than we have different. And that if we choose to meet each other with some curiosity and gratitude and an effort to build community, that, we can give that gift to each other.
I love that. And give that gift to somebody today. It doesn't have to be their birthday or your birthday. It just so happens to be ours.
It just so happens to be ours.
And we love that.
As
Wait,
Leos, though, like every day is kind of our birthday.
are those the poppy things?
Yeah.
Let's pop them.
Let's do it.
We'll clean it up.
Totally. We will. We'll clean it up.
All right. Well, we're going to end on hopefully a little bit of an explosive note. But I will say, friends at home, thank you for joining for our birthday episode. And live your best life. Don't be a dick. I love you.
I love you
How
too.
do you do this?
You twist the bottom.
I'm scared. We'll clean it up. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, I was twisting the wrong way.
Now goodbye. Goodbye.